Hey YouTube, it's Kerry. Just making a quick video coming at you from my bedroom. Just got home from seeing Guardians of the Galaxy. Awesome movie. It was really good. Anyway, I did try and make this video earlier today and it went a bit long, so I'll try and keep it short. Originally the video was just to document for myself that I woke up feeling pretty crap after having McDonald's last night. I had a McFeast about probably 20 past 9 after I finished work anyway, and then woke up this morning having had reflux all night and just feeling off. So hopefully I've learned my lesson and I won't do that again. I'll try not to do that again, because even when you have the best of intentions, or maybe in spite of the fact that you have the best intentions, you can make some bad decisions when you're emotional or tired, or don't have to tell you guys the excuses, we've all made them. The second reason why I was making a video today was I've seen a few people do them now. It's the 10 things I won't miss about being morbidly obese. So I've jotted down a few reasons, and I thought I might share that with you, since, you know, this is the video that I will probably look back on when I'm looking to make maybe a bad food decision, or just to see where I've come from looking back. So number one, hairdressers that are surprised at the fact that I can rock short hair, or plus size girls can rock short haircuts. I got my hair cut about a week ago, and my hairdresser was probably early 20s and pretty, probably about a size 10, and said, oh, I wish I had the guts to cut my hair short, but you know, I've got a fat face. Really? Yeah, so I won't miss people or hairdressers or whoever it is saying, you know, fat people shouldn't have short hair, or it just makes you look fatter, or I'm surprised that you can, you know, you've got a face for short hair, or those sort of comments. I won't miss those. Number two, the phrase, even though I'm plus size. I'll be very much looking forward to removing that from my vocabulary. I've mentioned before that I work in fashion retail. I actually work in plus size fashion retail. So that phrase is used a lot, whether it be, you know, I really want you to pick something out for my special occasion because you dress really well even though you're plus size, or I do a dance class every week, and the thought that someone my size could dance was, you know, it was, you dance really well even though you're plus size. Like, it's a, I don't know, just feels like a bit of a kick in the gut sometimes, like it derails anything good, or even though it's meant to be as a compliment. Anyway, looking forward to that not being part of it. And I was thinking about the third one in the shower this morning, spending less money on body lotion and sunscreen, just because there'll be less of me to put it on. I don't really need to elaborate on that. I guess there'll be a lot of things that I save money on as a result of not being overweight, aside from food. So, yeah. Number four. Well, this one's a bit of a big one for me. Probably exacerbated most recently. So just the feeling of anxiousness that I have about my appearance when I go out with my husband. Toowoomba is not a small city, but well, I guess it's pretty small. We only have a couple of major shopping centres, and the likelihood that we'll run into or be seen by one of his students or students' parents or colleagues is pretty high. I mean, tonight we ran into one of the other teachers from his school going to the same movie as us. So I do feel quite anxious about being seen in public and embarrassing him, because I'm, aside from being a little bit left of centre, I am fat. And I don't want him to be the butt of his kids' jokes, because he has a fat wife with lesbian hair and facial piercings. It's something that I think about a lot because he works, in the Catholic education system, and people can be quite conservative, on top of the fact that, he shouldn't really matter, but we're a mixed race couple as well, and yeah, so that will be nice when I don't really have to worry too much about that when I go out. I can just go out and be myself, and I'm fairly happy with the fact that I'm a little bit more alternative. That's not necessarily the issue. It's the thought that people might judge him or make fun of him because he has a fat wife. Number 5, less occurrence of sore feet. Now, my job requires me to be on my feet all the time, and even at a lower weight, that's not going to mean that my feet hurt any less, necessarily, but just other things like breaking in a new pair of shoes that maybe are a little bit narrow, and not because I've got necessarily wide feet, but because my feet are fat. And so, the edges of the shoes cut in until you break them in, and then once you've broken them in, your shoes look like something exploded or sat on them for a really long time. So I will be looking forward to that. Number 6, not having to do the sit test in my clothes. Buying a shirt with buttons, for example, and having to find somewhere in the store to sit down, I guess, just to check that I'm not going to pop a button, or, it's not going to be too tight if I do need to sit down, which most people do. Either you're getting in the car or sitting down to dinner, or so having to do the sit test in my clothes, because when I sit down my fat belly sticks out. I won't miss that at all. Number 7, being part of the body positive movement and people not thinking I'm glamorizing obesity because I'm a plus size person. So I follow, or have followed on Facebook and Instagram mostly, Tess Munster, who's a plus size model, Whitney, Thore, who has become gotten a fair bit of media attention this year for her fat girl dancing YouTube clips. I just love that they're women who are following their dreams and empowering the rest of us to be comfortable in our skin. It's certainly something that I have achieved at this point. So weight loss surgery is not really for me about necessarily self-esteem. I'm quite comfortable with who I am most of the time, unless I think it's going to affect someone else. So those are, some of those issues I've been able to overcome as a result of these movements, and I don't think it is something that glamorizes obesity. I don't think it encourages people to become obese. And I have disliked in the past people who have, I guess, expressed their opinion to me that they didn't like these movements because they thought they didn't want me to think that it was okay to be this way, overweight, as in this way. So, yeah, it'll be nice to be a part of that that movement, or that frame of mind, without people judging why I want to be part of that. Number 8, being tired and sore and uncomfortable. Probably don't really need to explain that too much further. We've all been there, you know, wearing warm clothes in winter and then walking for a few minutes and being sweaty, or not being able to wear a pair of singlets and shorts and go out in public like that in summer to be a bit more comfortable, and having to wear layers because, you know, you're trying to cover up. Not being able to go swimming, you know, to get more comfortable if that's what you like to do. So that is probably, coming into summer, something that I'm really looking forward to, being able to really partake in summer fashion. Number 9, always needing to have some kind of fabric between my thighs. As I said, I actually do like to wear skirts and dresses, and I don't really that often because, well, walking around is a bit of a fire hazard. So I'm not looking to have a thigh gap, just not friction between my thighs. That becomes very, very painful. And I know that this is going a bit long. Number 10 was being seen as the funny fat girl. I'm not going to miss that. I'm happy to be seen as the funny girl. I'm happy to be seen as a girl, but the funny fat girl tag has been my thing for a really long time, and I'll be happy to see it go. Yeah. Well, that's the video. I appreciate you watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. I hope everyone is planning a big weekend. Whatever you do, stay safe and have fun. I hope the weather is good wherever you are. I'll be working, but I'll have fun doing it. Yeah. Night.